from the wood fire grill where kids eat free, but they cost you so much every other time.
We came to lunch at the wood fire grill with Scott and Tara. So we just wanted to pop on and say hi. Let them say hi.
I'm telling Mario and Luigi we're on.
Yeah, we're right here across from the diner, and I guess we can talk quietly when there's a red light because the traffic comes to a stop. We thought we'd sit out in front in the warm.
Just sit to the Thomas and Cassie.
Boy, the food was good today, and carrot cake, and ice cream, and pot roast, and macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy.
And they brought gifts from Buc-ee's because they've been visiting Buc-ee's, you know. Buc-ee's beaver nuggets, sea salted caramel beaver nuggets. So they brought this for us.
Yes, but we don't know where these nuggets came from the front or the back of a beaver. We don't know, but beaver nuggets they are. Hopefully not surgical. Yep.
So, and shout out, hi Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, we missed you.
Has anybody heard from Virginia Alexander?
Yeah, her husband is in the hospital, you know, and so they just need prayer for her husband. I haven't heard anything different than that. They just want prayer, you know. She sent me a message, you know, to just ask for prayer.
Well, Diane, Virginia, we're praying for you and your husband.
Yes, Virginia.
And hello, Diane.
Hi, Diane. Yeah, we just thought we'd do a quick hello pop-up. And I don't know, hopefully you can hear us because the traffic's kind of noisy over there.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Diane, Scott, and I are doing
Parkway
fantastic.
Boulevard, Pigeon Forge.
PT from PT Adventures, Penny and Tony. Hi, Tony.
You guys are driving by, right? Usually you are when we're live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Joy and Donny in your video.
Yeah, they got us, PT Adventures got us in their video when they were driving by and we were walking by doing a live stream.
On the streets of Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
That was so sweet. We were their thumbnail too.
Hi Moonlight Adventures, welcome in. Kenny just went on a...
Is Kenny on his cruise?
No. He just went to dinner with them at an Italian restaurant. So,
Oh, how sweet of you all.
yeah. Hey Little Ridge Farm, how are you?
Home in Kentucky. Kentucky's the best state.
I've got my...
Shannon might argue with you on that.
Shannon is Texas through and through. She likes to visit other places, but she is Texas through and through. She said, you can't take Texas out of me.
Yeah, you got to drive 8 hours just to even get close to the edge of Texas to try to get out of Texas.
Hi, Ambulance Adventures. How are you? Stan.
PT, what city do you live in Kentucky? We live in Shelbyville.
I got it. Loosen this. So Scott and Tara come up here. They have season passes to like Dollywood and now an Anarchista and the aquarium. So, what did you tell them? What you saw? This
We went to Kate's Cove and saw two little bears out in the field. It was hard to see because the grasses were tall. And so Scott went to pour out my watered down Coke because the ice had melted. And all of a sudden I hear this, Tara. And I turn around and this huge bear walked about 15 feet from him down the path on up the hill. So I went over and I got a picture of him. It's the bear that has a brown spot on the back of him. And we stayed long enough
But you were
because
hiking when you saw
no,
them?
we were in a bear jam.
Oh, okay, okay.
And the bear jam was so thick and so stopped that we were able to stay long enough to see one of the little bear cubs across the road. So I got a couple good pictures of him. But then we saw some crazy people after that because the bear crossed the road about 7 or 8 cars in front of us. Some adults were putting small children up on the hillside, and they were climbing up the hillside to take pictures of the bear right where it crossed. So they were way too close.
Yeah. You're supposed to be how many feet away?
50 yards.
50
isn't it?
yards.
50 yards, 150 feet.
From the elk and the bears.
Mhm.
And yeah, we got close to the elk one time because I thought I mixed it up between yards and feet. So I thought it was 50 feet. So I thought we're far enough away, but the ranger, it was over there at that Cherokee, by Cherokee where the
On a Kalufti?
yeah.
Yes.
And so
Hello, Mario and Luigi.
hi Mario, Luigi.
Look, I got you on my shirt today.
Those are her grandbabies.
Over time, we've been up to Anakista, we saw a bear going up the cliff.
Yeah. For the longest time, I didn't see too many bears up at I didn't see any at Anakista, and I didn't see any at Cades Cove for the longest time, for like a year
Yeah,
or
the
more.
previous year.
You know, they were pretty scarce. But then this year, wow, we've
Parton
seen
with the cherry trees.
yeah. Oh yeah.
On cherry trees, I love
Oh,
on cherries.
she won an award
Wow.
for her picture where the bears were eating the cherry out of the cherry tree, and you entered it in what?
The Homemakers photography contest. Cultural arts contest.
You have that picture on your phone?
It's too far away back.
Oh,
I
way
only
back.
have like 20 or 30,000 photos on my phone.
She's a photographer. She takes a lot of pictures. But she won an award, and then you won an award on a winter picture too,
Yes,
right?
it was the hoarfrost where the fog freezes on the trees and it looks like snow, but Smoky Mountain Hiker told me it was hoarfrost, so that's why I say it
Yeah.
correctly.
I'd really like to see those.
It the hoarfrost one went further than the bear.
Yeah.
I got beat out by a fire truck.
Fire truck.
But while we're down here, we like to visit Anakista. That's our very favorite place.
Yeah.
And we saw a bear going up, was it Monday night? And we were able to get a really good picture of it. But then last night we went up again. I didn't get a very good picture of it. It's a live photo, so if you hold your finger on it, you can see the movement and you can tell that it's a bear behind the tree. But we were going up this way, and the time I turned around this way to take a picture of it, you couldn't see it very well.
Yeah, the bears up in Anakista is like sometimes when you're crossing those moving swing bridges, you know, but in the trees.
The
they
treetop
have-
skywalk.
Yeah, they move when you're walking on them. But sometimes the bears can be underneath the vegetation or, you know, behind a bush or something like that. But you should always look. You should always look around because that's one of the places in Anakista where you do see bears more often, probably. But there have been bears at Anakista that have gone up, tried to raid the garbage or something up there at the restaurant in Anakista, and then we saw bears that in their construction area where they were adding on. We saw one bear walking around up there, so it was pretty fun to see bears.
Anakista is really adding on for next year.
Yeah.
A birdhouse tree playground with 5 slides coming out the birdhouses, and another food area, another store area.
The deck. extending the deck out on the very highest thing around the lookout.
Mhm.
They built another whole glass decking out there.
And
Expanded.
she got to see the Legos before I did. I've seen the Legos in Florida. There's a. It used to be called Cypress Gardens in Florida, but
Winter Haven.
in Winter Haven. But like now they call it Legoland because Lego.
It was going to be torn down. They had closed it. They were done. That was the place where the water skiers used to be like 6 or 7 tall, high. That was the Cypress Gardens.
I went down with my grandparents. Always took us there. My grandparents lived nearby, and they always took us there and seen the water skiers and everything. And beautiful. They still have beautiful gardens there. If you go down to Florida and go to Legoland, it used to be Cypress Gardens, so they still have some of the beautiful gardens there. It's just not quite as much. It's more, they have, kiddie roller coasters and
You don't make much
Legos
money
and
off a
stuff
plant.
now.
You realize you just can't make money off of plants.
So
You
they
gotta
made
have
it
something for
into
the
a
kids to
place
play
for
on.
families to bring their,
Yeah.
their little ones.
What a
and
great
stuff.
idea.
And so,
What a great idea.
but it does have some of the memories of the old Florida Cypress Gardens.
We also recommend
Definitely.
Bach
Hi,
Tower.
Carla.
Bach
Hi,
Tower
Cruisin'
was an
Scene.
incredible place to go.
But they had Legos turned into a dragonfly, a butterfly, a hummingbird, a gardener, a wheelbarrow, another gardener, and an ant hill. And I think the ant hill you can see your face through and have your picture made.
Oh.
I don't think there was anything else, was there? Those were the only ones I remember.
Now, like this year, Dollywood has, put new things in. For a while, because of 2020, they weren't adding on that much. But Anarchista was adding on. Anarchista was adding on every single year. They added on to their stuff. So that was a good thing, and they're still adding on every single year.
It's just beautiful and amazing.
360 views, 360 views. You can go 3 ways up to the top of the mountain. One is Anarchista, and it's a sky ride up. If you're afraid of that, the open chair, they do have the gondolier, but gondola, or what's it called? Yeah, and then, but if you're afraid of that, they also have, if you're handicapped, it's handicap accessible because you can get on the gondolier in a handicap scooter, but you can also get in a mobility van, and they ride your scooter right up in it, and you can get up there in your wheelchair or whatever. So it's very handicap friendly, Anarchista. And then also, if you're just afraid of riding up in the air like that, they do have the buses, trucks,
great
trucks.
travelers.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bus, but it's a truck. And you get in the back of the truck and they ride you up there. Now, honestly, we've seen bears riding up in the truck. When we went up there.
The time you came up to meet us.
Yeah, we went to meet them. They got on the lift chair, and we got on the truck, and we saw bears. And she's like, "I'm jealous. I didn't see bears." but we saw another bear when we were walking the Sky Bridge. We saw a bear that we captured, so that was fun. And then they have that swinging bridge, right? I mean, it's not really swinging, that bridge.
The tree.
That long bridge.
Canopies?
No.
Treetop walk.
No, I'm not talking about Anarchista. That other skylift that you go up and it's that long bridge.
Oh, yes. Gatlinburg Sky Bridge. Yes.
Sky Bridge. So you could, but you have to be not afraid of heights for that, because you go up the mountain and then the bridge is all like this huge long bridge, and part of it is glass.
Yes. We
And-
haven't been there for over a year because they don't have a season pass.
Yeah, they don't have a season pass. And
Or
we-
an annual pass
No,
either.
and we talked to them about that, and I don't think they're finding one anytime soon. They're making. you know,
25. It's $25 a person for seniors starting at age 65. So we don't qualify for that yet.
And but then, and if you get up there on that bridge, you have to just be very respectful because somebody decided to do a slide on that glass portion of that bridge, and it cracked it, and they had to replace it. And but then the other thing is Obergatlinburg, and that's a big gondola, huge gondola, like from Europe. You know, I think they brought it over from Europe or something. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, like as big as a tram.
And like a lot of people can fit on it at once. And so, and then you can ride up the mountain. But if you want to go up there and you can always drive up the back of the mountain and go park and get in and see what's in there if you don't like the gondoliers, you know. But those are three-way. But for us, I think all of us, our favorite is the Anarchista on going up. It's absolutely our favorite. There's a lot of different things to do up there. They have restaurants, they have shops,
Snack bars, drink huts.
and they said they were going to have music on the weekend, like little concerts. I don't know if they're doing that yet or not.
My older brother and his wife have been to concerts up there and a movie up there at night.
Okay. Moonlight Adventures said they had just got back from Grandview, Tennessee, Kingsport, Tennessee, and Tellico Plains, Tennessee. That's quite the little adventure. Yeah. And so, and we haven't gotten a pass to the aquarium yet, but one of her favorite things at the aquarium is
Sally the turtle, because she's 61 years of age, just like me.
That's sweet, isn't it?
Exactly.
But she likes to go and hide too, so sometimes you see her and sometimes
She's a
you don't.
vegetarian, though, right?
Not me though.
He's the vegetarian over here. And then, you know, Dollywood is a favorite of all of ours as well. And then these two right here, I'm telling you, they are the roller coaster riders. And they had a thrill because there was a big event, and they got to be part of it.
The Tuesday morning when we went, they were hollering for 2 more riders, and one person went on, and then they were waiting for one more rider. And so I told him I was going to ride it without him one time. And I was on the ride that went through 500,000 times.
So that she got to be on the ride
On the Wild Eagle.
on the Wild Eagle. It's on their 500,000th ride.
The 500,000?
500,000
trips that Wild Eagle has
trips
made.
that it made.
No
She
wonder they
got
watch
to
those
be.
nuts and bolts so close.
She got to be on it for the 500,000th trip on the roller coaster.
Did you get a half billion T-shirt or
I didn't
something?
get anything.
You didn't get anything.
Except for I took a selfie with one of the workers that day, and then today we had a photo bomber worker photobomb my photos, and he's been there every time that we've been here. The older man, his last name was Powell. He was always so kind. But all of them are, but he's always been more engaging in conversation. And so he jumped behind one of the photos that we had taken. And then when we were in his area, we asked him to take a photo. He went up and took it like this, where he's in it and we're behind him. And that just makes it so much fun, you know, somebody engaging with you like that.
Yeah. But you know, there's the workers that work in the different places and stuff. They're usually really engaging and friendly, and
Pretty happy to be there.
you know, they try to be helpful and everything like that. You know.
Yes, we've always had very good experience with all the employees that we've come across. And in fact, today, on our way in, it was 9:10 when we were walking up to the first security area, and some of the people that were setting up the trams stopped to talk to us, and they said, make sure that you know that you can ask for ice water at any booth so that you stay hydrated. You
Yeah,
know?
it's free. Paper cups and ice and water are free at Dollywood.
Yeah, be nice and do.
They were very nice and, you know, just reminding us to make sure that we stayed hydrated and
Yeah.
it wasn't any charge.
Yeah, because, you know, it's been a little extra warm in the past several weeks, you know, and so they're really, really looking out for people right now, trying to make sure, you know, that you're hydrated and stuff like that. And of course, one of the ways that I've been trying to stay hydrated is going to the water park, and so with all of our passes, we get
Take a friend.
each pass, I think it's 4 passes, right? At Dollywood?
Scott is only silver, so he
Okay.
only gets 1 or 2.
Okay. But you have
I'm a gold, so that I pay for the parking and the discount on anything that you buy. But we save some money by making him just silver.
Yeah. And so then she gets 4 passes for a guest. And then, so he got 4 passes as well, because he went ahead and got a gold card. He didn't last couple years. He only had the silver, and but I had the gold. But then we decided, what if he wants to go by himself, and then I'm in the water park or whatever? Then, you know, for him to get in free parking, for him to get a discount, if he wants to go over to Dollywood when I'm at the water park, because I get in the water and I soak and it helps my body to stay hydrated. It's actually helped my skin so much to be softer and stuff than
More human-like.
usually is. Well, it's actually an Asperger's trait that a lot of Aspergers are deal with dehydration because we don't drink enough to stay hydrated. We're busy, our mind is busy, all this stuff, and we're just too busy, you know, to stay as hydrated we should be and stuff like that. So I've always dealt with dehydration my whole life. So soaking in water does help. But the gold pass, then he was able to get 4 tickets. I was able to get 4 tickets. Now with my 4 tickets, I can get someone into either park. And it's like a 1-day pass to get him into either park. So he's going to come at least 1 day to the water park, and then he'll be able to vlog some of the things that I don't go on. Some of the rides that I don't go on.
Most of the things you don't know.
Yeah. I get in the lazy river, I get in the wave pool, and then there's called the leisure pool or something, and I get in those 3 things for the most part. So there's an ambulance going by. It's at the stoplight right now. It's trying to get through traffic. Thank you, Lord, your hand on that. We pray life, peace, comfort, Holy Ghost, signs, wonders, miracles in the name of Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. We're to life in Christ Jesus.
So, Little Ridge Farm said, let me see, it said that they stayed at a tiny home community in Newport, Tennessee for 5 months. I didn't know they had a tiny home community there. So,
There's one of those near in Cherokee too,
the tiny home
where they
community.
took out the
Oh yeah,
lots and
they're
put in
making
tiny
little
homes.
tiny homes over there in Cherokee.
Some of them were for sale too.
Yeah, and of course they've been up to Cherokee too.
In Shelbyville, we have a tiny home community of 5 small homes for transitional veterans.
So, hi, Belinda, Chuck. Little noisy there for a second.
Noisy Lamborghini goes by.
Lamborghini.
It sure was sharp looking.
Was it the yellow one?
Yes.
Yeah, that bright yellow like my car. Oh. So, and Cousin Eddie bought a Jeep.
Oh, cool.
So now he's got a Camaro, he's got his Corvettes and a Jeep. I said maybe you could take me to the that one road at Canes Cove that just opened.
Oh yeah, Parsons Branch.
Yeah, I said maybe you could take us over there because you can't have my bug is too low, you know, to ride that road. So I said maybe in the Jeep you could take us there.
Yeah.
And then I can vlog it. So anyway, so we wanted to just pop on here for just a little bit and say hello to everyone and let you see Scott and Tara, and they're going back to Kentucky in the morning.
Very early in the morning.
So traveling mercies for them in the name of Jesus.
Thank you.
Yes.
So anyway, we want to say thank you for joining us. We love you.
We love you.
But Jesus loves you more. Have a good day, everyone.